Hello, peace and blessings. This is Naturally Naila, and in this video I'm going to be answering the question, what was my biggest regret about getting Sisterlocks? So today marks my 5-week lock-iversary from the day that I had my Sisterlocks installed. And I see a lot of questions out there from women who are considering going natural or considering getting locks, whether they be traditional Sisterlocks or freeform locks, whether this is something that they want to do. So my hope in this video is that if there are some of you out there that are still considering or maybe in the baby stages of locks like I am, my hope is that this video will help inspire you to make that decision. So my biggest regret in getting these Sisterlocks installed is that I didn't do it sooner. In life, we're not really supposed to have regrets. Life is a journey and we travel it, and we come to different points in our life. So when I say that my biggest regret was that I didn't get them sooner, I'm saying that kind of lightly because when I first heard about them 6 years ago, I definitely was not in the frame of mind to get them. But anyway, the way I feel today, 5 weeks into my journey, this has got to be one of the best decisions I have made in my life. Like I said, if I only had come to this awareness a lot sooner. When I first saw Sisterlocks about 6 years ago, a friend of mine, she had really long locks and she has a shop, and she's the one that actually did my hair. And she did another friend of ours hair, and at the time I never heard of locks, Sisterlocks, and I wasn't into locks in general. And when I saw the woman's hair that she did, I didn't like the style, and I said, and she sat for that long and paid that much, for that. And honestly, at the time I was just ignorant about what locking hair was, what Sisterlocks were. 6 years ago, I just then started my natural hair journey. Now, I wasn't the type to ever wear weaves or get a relaxer. However, I was very unnatural in the fact that I pressed my hair, I wore wigs, and I braided my hair. And I say I was unnatural because I was doing anything and everything possible to hide my natural hair. My natural hair is not straight. My hair is 4C. My hair is absolutely 100% 4C. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube who they'll say they're 4C, but it looks like it's 4A or 4B. My hair is absolutely 4C. So I spent my life pressing it, and because I did that, my hair, I don't think ever really got to maybe below my shoulders, barely below my shoulders. So in these past years of me trying to go natural, I've made lots of mistakes. In the beginning, I didn't really know my hair. I had never seen a full head of my natural hair ever before because it was always heat damage from the pressing. So when I first started, I just started by washing it. It started off easy because my hair was still semi-straight. But as my hair began to grow out and I got to my actual 4C hair, it began to become a little bit difficult. And I started watching different videos and products I can use. I can't even tell you how much money I spent on hair products, but I was trying different things, and my hair actually began to get pretty long. It actually got down to about I would say bra strap length, but it was becoming very difficult to manage at that length. And so a friend of my sister's said that she was using this product and I saw the commercials on TV. Not too many women with my texture hair, but it sounded so great that I decided to try it. So after using it 2 times, my hair almost completely fell out, and it was devastating because I felt that I had achieved a length that I'd never had in my life. And so essentially I was starting from scratch. So after I did the wind, I maybe pressed it a couple times, but I said, okay, I want to try this again. And so what I did then, I basically just did 2-strand twist and kept my hair under a wig. And I did that for quite some time, and I started to get some length back, but not nearly, what I had lost. And so once I achieved like a decent amount of length, I started pressing my hair again, and then I started adding straightened clip-ins to my hair that kind of match close to my hair. I've never dyed my hair or anything like that. And so I did that for a while, but after pressing and pressing and pressing, and my hair texture being very dry and very brittle, my hair began to break off again. The pressing my hair made my hair break off because I wasn't able to moisturize it the way I wanted to without losing that light, flowy feeling. I didn't want to weigh it down with products, and I understand that my hair needs moisture. So after my hair breaking off more from the clip-ins, I again began to two-strand twist and wearing wigs. So after I did that for a while, I started to get a little bit of length back, and I really wanted my hair to be natural. I really did, but it was so short that I just wasn't comfortable wearing it that way. So I began to wear natural clip-ins, and I thought that those were just a godsend. And I started wearing these natural clip-ins. They weren't my actual 4C hair texture. They had ones that were my 4C, but I wasn't ready for that. So I wore like the looser curl version. I started wearing those, and I just thought it was great. I kept my hair two-strand twisted all the time. I was not caring for my hair at all. I was caring for the clip-in hair, but not my natural hair. And so after wearing that for months, thinking it was great, one day I took my clips out, undid the twist, and found out that the action of putting in the clips and taking them out and putting them in and taking out was ripping my hair out, and I didn't even realize it. So when I washed my hair, I realized pretty much the back of my hair pretty much was just pulled, yanked out. So at that point, I was like, what am I going to do? I didn't want to go back to wearing wigs. I couldn't, pressing my hair wasn't an option because it was just too broken off in the back. At the same time, I started to go on another journey. And this was, I have several journeys going on at a time. And this journey was just about my culture, our history. And I started going on to YouTube and reading and listening to slave narratives and just reading about what really took place at that time. Also, I had started a Facebook page, which I had never been on Facebook. I was adamantly against Facebook, but I went on there to keep in touch with family and some friends. And on there, this was in the last few months, I started liking Black love pages, like natural hair pages, like I said, Black love pages, Black history pages, and my newsfeed began coming inundated with these images of just beautiful Black women and Black couples and Black people and Black history and the different struggles that were going on with today. And I was just like starting to fall in love with my culture, my heritage that I had never had before. And then after that, I should say before that actually, during like my spiritual journey, I had decided to stop watching television. So I don't watch television. If I do, it's like rarely. If someone's visiting or I have a guest or something, we'll turn the TV on or whatever to accommodate them. But essentially, I don't watch hardly any TV, and so or movies, pretty much. I had been doing that for some years because I was really getting into scripture and learning the Bible, and so I just didn't have the time to watch TV, and I wanted to start the process of becoming unindoctrinated, if that's a word. And so with that, I did not have the traditional image of, you know, what our society deems beautiful, like the white, long hair, straight hair, light eyes, light skin, all these things. I wasn't seeing those images. I had been stopped looking at the quote-unquote beauty magazines, even the Black ones, because even with the Black ones, it's women that didn't look like me, straight hair and more of a European type look. As far as Cosmo and those types, I never was really into those, period. But basically, the normal media, I just didn't see anymore. So all I was seeing was what I was looking at on YouTube and the images that were coming through my Facebook of, you know, Black women and Black people and Black people all over the world, not just the United States. And I just began to fall in love with it. And I said, you know, watching a few videos on YouTube about being Black and being conscious, I got to the point where I I just had to wear my natural hair. You know, it was what was going on in my hair, out of my head. I wanted to wear it. I was tired of trying to fit a standard that I was not going to fit into. It's like putting a square peg into a round hole. You know what I'm saying? My features are not European. I have big lips. I have a pretty big nose. I've got kinky, coily hair. I've got dark skin, and I do not fit the description of what is supposed to be beautiful here. So with that, I started watching videos about locks, and I'd always thought about locks, but you know, I always had this image of locks not being very feminine. So I remember that this woman that I had was in a mother's group years ago did Sisterlocks. I started watching all these videos on Sisterlocks and looking at images and pictures. And because at this stage, my eyes were so open to natural hair and natural beauty, all of a sudden looking at these images, they look different to me. They look so beautiful. And I was like, wow, I want that. So literally I just called and I said, I want a consultation. And before I went to the consultation, I started to research about what I needed to know, who I needed to go with. So I made sure to go to a certified Sisterlock technician. This was something I was not going to try to do on my own. I had messed up on my hair so many times that I wanted to go to a professional. And so she owned a shop. There's nothing but natural hair, mainly locks, Sisterlocks and things like that. And I got it done. And I have to tell you, it was one of the most beautiful experiences that I've had while getting my hair done. 2 women did my hair at the same time. So my locking session only took 7.5 hours. That's it. I was hearing stories about 30 hours and 20 hours, 2 and 3 days. It was one 7.5 hour session because it was 2 women. Now, they weren't always doing it at the same time. One would go retighten someone, and then the other would come back, and then the other one would go retighten someone else. But they were getting it done. My technicians had been doing it for years. I did not go to a trainee because I wanted to make sure I was going to somebody who knew what they were doing. So what I would say to anyone out there that's considering getting locks or going natural, before you do it, understand that this is a journey and it is a lifestyle. And I was told that too, and I didn't really understand what that meant. I absolutely do now. This is a journey. Many people would call what my hair is in right now, this is like the baby stage. And unfortunately, a lot of people give it the title of the ugly phase. And I totally understand that. It's called the ugly phase because right now, when you first get them put in, it's very scalpy. You see a lot of scalp. The grid pattern on Sisterlocks is very intricate, and my hair starting out is very damaged, very thin and very brittle, so it's very, very scalpy. The hair all over my head is like totally different lengths. Some of the hairs over here are a bit longer if you pull them out. I mean, there's some down here that go a little bit below my shoulder, but in the back, I mean, they're like this. Some of them, some on the side, they're short. So all different lengths going on here. There's a few different textures going here. It's scalpy, so I can definitely see, why someone would call this the ugly phase. But I absolutely embrace this phase because I'm so proud that this is my hair. I'm no longer ashamed. This is what grows out of my hair, as different lengths as it is, as scalpy as it is. This is mine. After I got my hair done, it's actually a little bit shocking when you first see. Sorry about that. My kids were coming in and I accidentally pushed stop instead of pause. So unfortunately, this is going to be a 2-part video. I was trying to avoid that, but I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. So anyway, basically what I was saying was, when I first saw my hair, it was a bit shocking. I was so used to having wigs or clip-ins and long full hair, and with this it was very short. It was my hair, and so I was surprised. And I told myself before I got them done, if it was too much, or if I didn't like them, then I would wear wigs until they began to become full and grow out. But after having the experience of sitting there with those women and talking about our journeys and experiences with our hair, and this is a natural hair shop, so everyone in there pretty much has locks or natural hair, I just couldn't do that anymore. That just wasn't who I was anymore. I went to a beauty supply after I got it done, and I went there to get like a brand new satin scarf. I wanted to get, you know, brand new stuff, a brand new scarf, brand new shower cap, all that stuff. So when I went in there, the place was packed, and pretty much every woman in there had either weave, wig, or braids, braid extensions, or something like that. I was the only one in there that actually was wearing her own natural hair. And although it probably wasn't the cutest at the time, I was so proud of that. I was just like, I felt courageous. I felt like I had so much pride. Like, it was like, this is me, and I'm not ashamed of that. What also was nice, everyone in there was buying their products and, you know, their hair that they were going to use for, you know, their next, you know, weaver, what have you. And I had learned before that the black hair care industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's pretty much completely dominated by the Koreans. So we're spending millions and billions of dollars on our hair, but it's not being recirculated into our community. It's going to them. And I think that's terrible. It's our hair. We're spending the money. It would be great if it would be coming back and recirculated amongst us, but it's not. And so it felt so good also to not be a part of that anymore. With my hair and Sisterlocks, I'm able now to support black hair care businesses. I had a big trash bag full of products and hair and all the stuff that I was using. I threw all of that stuff out, and now there's pretty much just 2 products that I use on my hair, and they're both natural. I use the Sisterlocks shampoo. This is what they give you in the kit when you first get them installed, and the proceeds for this goes to the woman that created the Sisterlocks method and the tool. So that's a black-owned business, and it's very natural. Aloe vera leaf juice, some green tea leaf extract, and other things, pretty natural. And I also, the place where I got it done, Hair Story Natural Hair Salon in Rancho Cucamonga, the owner of the shop there, has her own hairspray that I use. It's basically just distilled water, tea tree oil, and some oils. And I spray this on my scalp, so I'm also supporting her business. And another spray that I did find, which pretty much does the same as this one, from a lady from my church, owns Naturally Yours Boutique, and she makes this herself, and it's a very cute little bottle. So in the description box, I will put the links to this shop where she has other natural hair care products that she makes herself, black-owned business, and the link to her shop in case you're thinking about getting Sisterlocks. But this is it. This is pretty much what I use, and I said these 2 are interchangeable, so I just pretty much use 2 products. That's it. You can't get any more natural than that. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was about this, like I said before, this being a journey and a lifestyle. Like I said, 6 years ago, I couldn't have gotten Sisterlocks. I was not mentally prepared for it. I was not informed. I was still very much heavily indoctrinated on what is supposed to be beautiful, so I was not ready for this style. But as far as this being a journey, the journey has been one of self-awareness, self-acceptance. There's a process that some of us have to go through where we have to deprogram ourselves, so to speak, from the time that we're little girls. I know for myself, all that you see on TV, or all that I saw on TV, was this image of something that I was not. Long, straight hair was the thing. From the time I was a little girl, most little black girls you see have this thick, you know, beautiful hair, but sometimes mothers find it difficult to manage, and so the first thing that a lot of women do, and what happened to me, is I got my hair straightened, but I didn't get it relaxers. I got hot comb straightened, and I started at a very young age. So here I am, this little child, and here's my hair. I'm seeing these images. I'm seeing what the Disney princess looks like and all these things that look nothing like myself. And here's my mother, who I love, coming at me with this scalding hot comb to straighten this mess up. You know, getting burned on your ear, burned around your forehead, everything. And then because I had this straightened hair, because she worked so hard, I couldn't swim. There's so many things that I couldn't do to my hair. All the kids are having fun doing this and that, and I had to make sure that I didn't get my hair wet so that it wouldn't revert back to this horrible state, you know what I mean? And you have years of that, and as you get older, still more images, the movies, the TV, the magazines, the music videos that you see, even our own, even I listen to R&B and, you know, and hip hop and rap and things like that, but even in those videos, it was the same image. Like, even if there were black women, they were, you know, light-skinned black women with, you know, straighter hair, and women that did not look like me. And so after 30 plus years of constantly being indoctrinated of this image that is beautiful, that is not me, it takes a long time for some of us, number one, to admit that that even happened, and then to break out of it. Like I said, as black women, we're spending billions of dollars to make our hair something that it is not. And I'm not bashing those women like a lot of these people do on YouTube. What I'm saying is that that's an issue, and then that's a problem. There's absolutely nothing wrong with our hair. It absolutely can grow. The reason why a lot of times you don't see loose natural hair down the back, because our hair has what's called shrinkage, because it's very kinky and coily, so it shrinks up. So you see little baby girls, their hair may be to here, but if you were to press it out, it'd be all down their back. But we don't have to do that. Our hair is thick, and it's full, and it's beautiful. So before you start this journey, I would maybe start to do a little self-reflection, learning about the beauty of who we are, who you are, learning that this is a lifestyle. This is not a style that you get so that you can be cute for an event later on tonight. This is what my hair is going to be, hopefully for the rest of my life, is what I hope. Although some people say you can take these out, there's no way I would sit there after sitting for that long and try to take these things out. I mean, your hair, it's locking. So this is a lifestyle for me. There's freedom in this. Although I can't really submerge my hair in water yet because my hair is not locked, I'm waiting for the day that I can go swimming. I'm going to take swimming lessons again for the umpteenth time. I can manage my own hair. I basically just bantu, because my hair is very short right now in the baby stages, so I just bantu it up at night, spray my spray, and because of the length right now, there aren't too many styling options for me right now, but pretty much I do the side sweep here, put it up. I do lots of wraps. I wear long earrings. I'm not a big jewelry wearer, but because my hair is short, my face is really out there. Oops, the earring just fell off. I do these different creative things to, you know, try to bring it out. My face is out here a lot more, but before I kind of hide behind my hair. So I'm taking steps to clear my skin now. This is the whole process of being natural in hair. It means natural in body and natural in everything else. So to get healthy hair, there's nothing I can put on my hair to make it healthy. I have to start from the inside. And so that's a whole nother journey, a health journey. And so hopefully I'm posting videos about some things I'm doing there. It's also part of my spiritual journey, because for so long I was thinking, wow, you know, why did God create me like this? You know, and I thought the problem was with God making me so different from everybody else. But the problem is not in the Most High at all. The problem is in the society that I live. Our God is an awesome God. And I saw in a comment one time, another person said the same thing. Why did God make our hair like this? Why did God make us look like this? And I think that shows the awesomeness of God. He can make one person with pale white skin and thin stringy hair, and on the way other spectrum, he can make someone with skin almost as black as a blackberry, with this tight, full, thick, kinky hair, and this, you know, these full lips and big noses, but someone over here has super thin lips where you can barely even see them. That just shows the awesomeness of the creator God that we serve. And so the problem is not in him, it's in our sick and twisted minds that we can't see the beauty in that. There's so much diversity in the animal kingdom and all the different animals, and that's fine. But in human beings, we don't want diversity. Everyone's got to look this certain way. And so I'm so glad that the Most High made me what I am. I'm so glad that he gave me this awesome hair texture that can lock on its own. My hair is now doing what it wants to do. My hair, being 4C, naturally wants to lock in on itself. If I just leave my hair alone, locks will form automatically. But I wanted mine to be a little bit more structured and not so freeform. But I think that's awesome, and I'm totally embracing it. So anyone out there that is considering getting locks or is in the baby stages like me, embrace this journey, even in the quote unquote ugly stage. I love this stage too, because this is me. I can say fully now that I have broken out of the indoctrination that I've had for 30 plus years. I'm no longer programmed. You have to understand there's been 400 years of systematic racism put on us to make us hate ourselves. So it's going to take a little longer than the 50 years for us to deprogram. But the hope is that it starts with me. It might start with you. And then we can teach our children to love themselves and embrace themselves. And if us as Black women all began to embrace our natural beauty and who we are, oh my gosh, we'll set this country on fire. The church I go to is a Seventh-day Adventist church, and I believe it's been a long-standing tradition that the women wear their hair natural. And so the church I go to, filled with women with natural hair, and it is an awesome sight because all of our hairs are different. Even though I say I'm 4C, my 4C is way different than the next person's 4C. This is what my locks are looking like right now. I have no idea what they're going to look like 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years, 5 years. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm along for the ride, and I'm excited to see what my hair is going to do. My hair has been good to me. I shouldn't have any hair right now, but my hair has stuck by me through all my mistakes, and so now it's my time to take care of my hair. So hopefully that maybe inspired someone to go ahead and take that step. It's not a step in getting your hair locked. To me, it's a step of starting a journey about self-love, self-acceptance, loving the creation that the Most High made in you. That's what this journey is about. This lifestyle is about health, being natural, taking care of our body from the inside so it reflects on the outside. So that's why Sisterlocks is not a hairstyle. It's a journey and it's a lifestyle. And I hope you join me in it, and hopefully I'll be posting more videos in the future about my journey. Thanks again for watching. Please, peace and blessings. This was Naturally Naila, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.